Hello, my name is Safir, and I'm a Gates scholar, and I'm doing my PhD in AI ethics and design.
And I'm Friederike, and I'm doing a PhD in psychology, researching uncertainty in the developing brain.
Hello, I'm Ify. I'm from Nigeria and I'm doing a PhD in clinical biochemistry.
And today we're here to talk about the Gates application. And as part of your application to Cambridge, there will be two things that are important beyond the normal application. And one of them is the personal essay, and the other one is the Gates reference. And today we're here to talk about secret ingredients, maybe of that personal essay bit. Safia, do you know what is important again in the?
I think two of the things are really important, which is like how we could improve people's lives. And the second bit, I would say leadership. Maybe we can talk about improving other people's lives.
Sounds great. Maybe you can tell us a bit about what you did in your reference.
Cool. I think it was really useful for me because my research was kind of directly related to this thing, but I'm aware that there could be thousands of ways that you can improve people's lives. But as I was talking about, so I work with ethics and human-centered design of AI systems, but particularly focused it in a global South context. I come from Bangladesh, and in my PhD, I actually explored how I could, incorporate these marginalized population groups in my country and how they could co-create AI systems so that they can improve their lives themselves. So I actually explained my research idea and the methodology that I would like to undertake in my statement. And I think that really helped to build my case. What about you, Ify?
Improving lives of others for me had a personal angle because as a medical doctor in my country, I usually treat patients and that improves their lives. But in my essay, I actually decided to go beyond the patients and talked about the team of people I work with, like my staff and junior colleagues that I help train to build their capacity, to make them better researchers. So I think each person has to discuss improving lives of others from their own experience and context. There is no one size fits all. So they just need to look at their own circumstance and talk about that.
I really agree with what you're saying. For me, it was also beyond what was maybe my own field. And I, at that time, lived in Hong Kong, which was undergoing huge amount of changes, political unrests. And my improving the lives of others story was how I brought together a community group of people from very different backgrounds who were all kind of struggling at that time with what was happening. And we met weekly basis to discuss the worries, share, to have a bit of fellowship. And gradually I saw really improve people's lives. So I really agree with that idea of like getting your hands dirty, as it were, and getting involved where you're at that current time. And maybe if we go a bit more abstract now, what would you say, Sophia, what would be a recommendation or a tip for someone who's applying having the improving the lives of others criteria in mind?
I think, as I said, that there are thousands of ways to write this bit, but I would particularly say that being true to yourself is really important, um, another thing would be don't be upset because I can understand that sometimes your research is say too scientific or it feels like it doesn't have any angle of that improving lives or like social justice angle. But I think if you think about your project and your research, it will come automatically. Do you have any other suggestion or like?
I think like each person just has to look at their own experience and there's no templates. Just don't underestimate your own circumstance. Don't think whatever you are doing in your community is insignificant. It just may be like the spark that Gates is looking for.
And I would maybe just add to that to find joy in that process. I remember at the end, this Gates statement was something I invested so much time in, but I really enjoyed that reflection journey and going kind of on a deep dive on what matters to me and find meaning, in my own life.
That's amazing. And we could finish here, but that's not the end. You can find plenty of information in the Gates website. Please do check that. Thank you. And best of luck with the application process.